Every year, more than 200,000 women in the U.S. are diagnosed with breast cancer, and 40,000 will die from it. The key to helping women survive is still early detection and mammograms. The technology there is getting better, too. Joining us is Dr. Maureen Baxter, a radiologist with Providence Cancer Center.
Good morning, Dr. Baxter.
Good morning.
So it sounds like we've got new technology to help at least diagnose and go after breast cancer. How does it differ from other forms of mammography?
So the newest technology for breast cancer detection is called tomosynthesis, and it's otherwise known as the 3D mammogram. The traditional two-dimensional images take an X-ray through the breast tissue, and in doing so, all of that breast tissue becomes superimposed or overlapping, which can make it harder to detect a breast cancer. With this newer 3D imaging, we are able to scroll through the breast tissue. It actually takes images through the tissue, multiple images, so that we don't get that superimposition. If you think of it like a loaf of bread, it's like looking through an entire loaf. That's analogous to the 2D images versus looking at individual slices, which we're doing with the 3D images.
Is 3D imaging for everyone?
It is for everyone. It's most beneficial for women with dense breast tissue, and about 50% of the population has dense breast tissue. But studies have actually shown that it's helpful for everyone, even with women with more fatty tissue.
Dense breast tissue. Do a lot of women have that?
Yeah, about half the population has dense breast tissue, so it's very common.
So are they more prone to develop breast health issues because it is so dense?
They are. There's a slight higher risk of developing breast cancer, about 1.2 to 2 times the risk. But more importantly, it's harder to read a mammogram. So dense breast tissue looks white on a mammogram, and cancers also look white on a mammogram. And so it's a lot harder to find those cancers. So this ability to look through the dense breast tissue when it's not overlapping is much more helpful with these women.
It seems like every time I've had a mammography, I get a thing in the mail that says basically it's almost not a disclaimer, but something like we may not have seen everything. And just so you know, should you do anything with that or just go, okay, duly noted, I'll see you next year?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that for most women, it's a screening test, so it's not perfect. But for most women, it's the gold standard. It's what we have to look for breast cancer. However, if you're in a higher risk category, if you have a very strong family history of breast cancer or you have other risk factors, there are additional imaging tools like MRI that can help with that. But for the majority of the population, a mammogram is a very good tool.
Well, we're glad to hear the technology is improving so we can stop breast cancer before it takes another life. Dr. Baxter, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Dr. Maureen Baxter is a radiologist with Providence Cancer Center.